So.
All right. We are. Whoa. The intro started there again. We're here. All right. We are. Okay. It's done.
We're live, boys.
All right.
Heyo.
We are live, and we're live.
No.
Too many people joined. It's cut off now. Look at that. Look at that.
Stay safe, friend.
Look at all these beautiful people. Look at all these gorgeous people. All right, Josh, take us off.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 21 of Pikcast. Today we are, we have a lot of the normal people, and we do have a special guest.
Hi.
Here today. We're gonna do introductions. I'm not sure exactly how the order of introduction will be done. We'll do it on order how it is on the stream.
Yeah, that sounds
So I guess you'll start then, Nathan.
Oh yeah, I'm Nathan. I am Creative Sushi, and I am very hungry. So as Cake introduces himself, I'm gonna go get some food or something.
Okay.
One second.
Good thing I'm not that food because, again, I'm Cake.
All right.
Okay.
I'm Grayfruit.
Luther, that's it's your turn.
Oh,
You gotta go.
I thought he was going to elaborate on that. I'm Luther. My username is Tricky Berry. I'm eating some Rocky Road ice cream right now, and it's Pikcast, y'all.
I am Josh, aka JPMRocks, and I'm slightly chilly at the moment. I have my window open. Kyle, now it's your turn.
Oh, I'm Carson. I go by the username Genghis Kyle, and Windows update murdered my computer, so I'm trying to get an old one to work.
And
Hi,
then,
my name is Kevin. I'm the Sneaky Spy, kind of like the leader around here.
Debatable.
Debatable. No, yeah, I'm the Sneaky Spy, and since everybody seems to be talking about what they're eating, I'm eating some haichus.
Whoa, what is that?
Choice.
Are we
Good choice.
supposed to
that-
say
is
what
that-
we are eating?
Is that like the new? Is that like the new
I don't know.
evolution beyond
So I just had
Raichu?
like a fat
Beyond
haichu.
We're talking about eating. I purchased sushi from the grocery store.
You win.
Probably gonna have diarrhea.
You win.
Yeah, we
Congrats.
come full circle.
Oh, wow, this is just amazing.
Hey, Shay's in the chat. What's up, Shay?
Sup, Shay? All right, so
Scruffy's not here right now, but he will be at the live Pikcast that's happening in July.
yes.
Is this
so,
not live?
This is live.
Well, no.
Okay.
I mean, once every July, people from Wikipedia all fly down to Texas, and we all meet up in real life and
Oh,
have a
like
live
in
Pikcast.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all in
In
the same
person
room.
live, yeah.
Scruffy's gonna be there this year, so he'll be there.
Yeah.
He doesn't. There's not gonna. We were gonna have webcams, but he didn't want to be on webcam, so we're not gonna do that.
Well, no, that's not the reason.
Is it not?
It's one of the reasons, but Scruffy was okay with us being on webcam. He personally wasn't going to be, though.
Yeah, but if I don't want it to be like every time there's like an interview with Psychic Pebbles where he's just off camera because he doesn't want to be on camera.
That's true.
Personally, I don't know what his deal is because I think Scruffy's a handsome young boy. But
He could just wear. I go.
I could bring my chicken mask.
I understand he's not. I actually have one of those like rubber horse masks. If you want. What the? I just looked down at the chat and I just see someone say, "Guys, what if Smash 5 is Fortnite too?"
No, okay. I thought this whole time that Scruffy was just white text.
What?
You
What does that even
never
mean?
saw the pictures?
You said he's like a handsome young boy. I'm like, he's always white text.
Oh.
Hey, why this text you could have?
Guys, I don't get the joke.
Alright, I think maybe we should actually get things started now. We're a little bit underprepared for this, just simply because it was a kind of short notice.
Yeah, it was very impromptu. I wanted to get this out because next week I'm actually going to be...
Dead?
Been 1 week till...
Yeah.
And,
Oh my gosh, you guys are cutting out.
are we?
Yeah.
Am I cutting
How
out?
about now?
I think you're good now.
Okay, yeah, okay. Essentially, just because we wanted to get this out not the week before E3, because that just would have felt a little eh. But,
Yeah.
So, we're here, and we're going to be doing two things. I mean, first thing is we have our special guest today, Grayfruit.
Hi.
He's going to be kind of the big thing of this, and then after Grayfruit, we're going to be just doing some E3 talking and all of that, so...
So, let me introduce Grapefruit properly. I wasn't here when Grapefruit introduced himself, so I don't know how well he did it.
Terribly. I said my name and then went like,
And then there was like an awkward 10-second pause because I didn't realize that he was done.
I don't know. I didn't know we were supposed to talk about what fucking food we're eating.
No, it's okay. I mean, like my first few introductions were just like, I'm Nathan. Hi, how's it going? Anyway, Grapefruit has a YouTube channel which is very, very close to 30,000 subscribers. Is that right?
Yeah.
Really? Damn,
Approach.
boy.
That's
Getting it.
it's real impressive. Very cool. And you guys probably know him already because of his Pikmin streams, which he does often intoxicated. Obvious, lots of fun there. Just no description needed past that. But he also has a lot of other videos, including Smash, which videos, montages and stuff, which are relevant in today's conversation. He just uploaded, what was it, yesterday, a video on V, or VVV, however
Yeah. The first video in like 3 weeks because I've been lazy.
Yeah, but it was real good, and I'm a fan of that game,
Oh,
and
thank you.
I appreciated that video. It's very good. So he has a lot of content, and it's all worth a watch. So please go head over to his channel, who I realize I don't have a link in the description to yet. What is wrong with me? I'm gonna put that in there.
Even say that. Victor, are you all right?
Oh, I just figured
Yeah,
out how
you-
to use my vape.
Oh my god.
Wow, what a great time to...
Short. My dad has a secondary job as an Uber driver, and last night someone left a vape in his car, so he gave it to me, and I'm trying to figure out how to use it. I just learned.
That
I
sounds
love
unsanitary.
I just love you seeing the chat. Everyone's just like, "Are you okay, Weez?" F.
Sleeper, gotta say, that's probably your dad's cooler than mine.
Dude, I have a ton of stuff in my room that's literally just stuff that people left in his car, forgot to take with them. I have like a collection of pocket knives and now a vape. I'm waiting for just like a child or something.
I was gonna say a gun.
You stabbed the child while
Oh, somebody did leave a bullet one time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Was it like a spent bullet?
No,
or like
no, it wasn't spent. It was just a full-on bullet, like everything.
just dead ass bullet?
Hey.
That's impressive.
Wow.
Alright, but so I don't know what we're doing next. Is that the stream?
Well, we should
Let me go.
probably jump into
Oh.
Smash.
Yeah, let me go. So, what we're gonna be focusing on this Pikcast is predictions about upcoming E3. For those that I haven't heard yet, Nintendo's E3 will be happening at 11 p.m. Central Time on June 12th, which is a Tuesday this year. That's in about 3 weeks, I believe. We're gonna try to focus mainly on Smash, like, because obviously Nintendo's already come out and they. I'm sorry, I just saw the thing in the chat that said what if all of our vapes in Pikmin 4. Anyway, anyways, so Nintendo's already straight up told us that Smash will be their primary focus this E3. So we're gonna try to focus primarily on what do we expect to see, what do we want to see, and things of that nature. Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
So,
So,
the first
Should we just start with like what we know? Like,
Yeah, there was a rumor
Yeah, a rumor
Well-
happened just earlier this week. I think it was on Monday that happened.
I've been
Where did the
following
rumor come from?
thing. It comes from the guy who basically predicted Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in
What?
Injustice.
Oh,
But
sorry,
you
I should have
also
let you finish there. Just like the whole thing.
He predicted the entirety of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He was there.
From all the reboots and everything.
Yeah.
He like sat in
Well-
like the 1970s or whenever before the comic came out. He said, "There's gonna be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles."
It's gonna be huge.
Okay, Kyle. I
Everything.
swear to God, I swear to God, I thought you said he sat there during the 1770s, like while the founding fathers were writing the Declaration of Independence. Somebody was coming up with the idea from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
insider info.
Okay. Anyways, okay. So here's basically what the leak said. I don't remember the name of the guy who posted the leak, but he's done some stuff in the past, and he's been kind of credible here and there. I don't know like his full track record, but he's been right at least once.
His name is Daz Vergebin.
Daz Vergebin.
That is a
That's
hell of a
It
name.
really is. I don't know if it's...
That is a crazy name.
That's an
But
intense
plus-
process just to say.
Here's what he had to say. He said that here's what he knows about the new Smash game. According to him, all the characters that were in the last Smash game, that being Smash for Wii U and 3DS, they will be in this game. It's going to carry over all the characters, and it will include Ice Climbers because they skipped out on the last game. And it's going to include 2 new characters that he listed, were Ridley from Metroid. I know that that's something that people like predict every year, but I think that this time it might actually happen. I'll explain why later. And he says that Konami's going to get a new rep, Simon Belmont from the Castlevania series. So that'll be interesting to see.
Does that include the DLC characters that were released after the game's release?
He didn't specify,
doesn't
but
say.
I really hope
I
so.
can't imagine why it wouldn't. Like,
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that that's what he meant. And
like I would
this-
be
this
surprised if
also-
Cloud was not on the box art, to be honest.
Yeah. And this also kind of goes in line with a report from Emily Rogers. She's a really big name in like the leak scene.
We've talked about her before.
Yeah.
We lost one.
We lost Cake.
We lost Cake.
Dropped out.
Oh, there, Cake is back.
This is why he lost Splatfest.
Yeah.
Miracle.
We've mentioned what's her name? Emily Rogers before. Not to be confused with Laura Kate Dale. For some reason, there's a lot of people that think those people are one and the same, but no, those are 2 different people. Emily Rogers is she's never like shown her face. Laura Kate
Yeah.
Dale has. But
They do
Emily
communicate together
Rogers-
frequently.
Yeah, that is true.
Huh?
Both of them, I noticed that Laura Kate Dale's kind of fell off the radar in the meantime. But
Yeah.
what was I saying? So not Laura Kate Dale, Emily Rogers. She said that how exactly the word she get? She said something along the lines of that this next Smash game, Nintendo wants to be the quote-unquote like definitive Smash Bros. Experience, and that she's like, if you think that this isn't going to be something surprising and like just gonna mind-blowing to everyone that watches E3, you're gravely mistaken, because there's a lot of stuff here that is so good that I don't even want to spoil it. So I'm just gonna let you guys find out what it is for yourself when it happens. But she was making it out to be like it's gonna be this insane thing where, like personally, what I think she means is there's probably gonna be some big groundbreaking character reveals for the ballot. And honestly, I can see that happening. I can see that. Like I can see them doing something ridiculous like
I don't know though. When somebody says that, it seems too big. It seems bigger than characters to me.
Sounds like they're trying to make a lot of hype, though. Like, I don't know. It comes across as kind of disingenuous when they're like, it's going to change everything. It's like, eh.
Okay, well, to be fair, Nintendo has always used that kind of wording, even.
Yeah.
But this was Emily Rogers, right?
Yeah, but I think that it's probably just that same Nintendo mindset is what I'm trying to say. Like, it might
Maybe.
Just, like, the hype. Okay.
Maybe it's this some like niche character that Emily Rogers just absolutely loves.
It is Emily Rogers.
It is Emily Rogers in the game.
Yeah. Also, going back to what I was saying about Ridley, I know that it's like a meme that really needs to be in Smash, but I've been listening to another podcast that focuses mainly on Super Smash. It's called the Japan Time Podcast, which is hosted by Rogers Base. If you don't know who that is, he's a friend of Josh from the Bit Block. And he's been talking about how, and what's the one that came out for the 3DS last year, the Metroid game, Samus Returns.
Samus Returns.
Yeah, he says at the end of that game, spoilers for anyone that hasn't played it. I haven't played it because I don't really care. But he says at the end of that game, you fight Ridley, and Ridley has a new design in that game where he is like he's about the same size as like Bowser compared to Samus in Smash, and so he could finally be like at a decent size to where they wouldn't have to make him just unusually proportioned if they did want to bring him in Smash. And then someone on the podcast made a joke. What if he appears and his title is Ridley Fits In?
Oh no.
I would love that actually.
That would be great. Well, you know, it is likely more than ever with the rise of Metroid Prime 4 on the way. In fact, I'm certain that we'll probably see something related to Metroid Prime 4 this E3.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Right, yeah.
And so it's, who knows, maybe they might show off Ridley, maybe they might show off Ridley coming in Smash, but it could always come as a later release character.
I had a friend, like, back in high school who, he had a thing where, like, if Ridley couldn't get in Smash, I'm not a Metroid fan, I don't know anything about Metroid. He mentioned that there is, in the Metroid Prime series, there is this pirate, because there's like all the different pirate crews and everything. There was a pirate who befriends Samus, and he was like a really notorious space pirate, but he works with Samus to stop whatever the heck the villain was, and he was like, why can't he get in? So, I mean, that was always just one thing, because I was thinking, because he was like a humanoid-looking person, and he would play it differently from...
sorry to interrupt. He didn't really do a lot, though. If I remember
Sheik
correctly,
literally has a total of 15 minutes of game time in the entire franchise, and Sheik's been in since Super Smash Bros. Melee. I don't think that really is an excuse anymore.
Wait, Samus?
Sheik was part
No,
of...
Sheik.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, but Sheik,
Okay,
like,
hold on.
gameplay-wise, is just not important. Anyway, that's not...
Cake has an interjection.
Right. Okay, so Sheik was included with Zelda as part of a gimmick of transforming characters.
Yeah, no,
because
I know
was
that.
a new concept to Melee, just like how ice climbers were never really seen together in player like that. They basically had this moveset based around this gimmick that doesn't necessarily have to originate from the game.
No, I know that. It's just that, like, the fact that Sheik is still... Like, when they took out that gimmick in Smash 4, and they still had Sheik, like, they could have replaced Sheik with an actual important Zelda character.
well,
I do feel that Sheik kind of represents the Sheikah tribe in Zelda.
Yeah, and
which
like,
is
who else?
Impa!
I honestly think they could have Impa in place of Sheik, and like it would be fine. Like, I'm fine with Sheik. I'm just saying, like, if they wanted to, they could just have like Impa and then just give her Sheik.
Sheik has a more surprising plot point than Impa.
Yeah,
Sheik is just way
like,
cooler.
A main
But
character.
at the same time, like, Sheik has only ever been in like one game, and Impa's been in multiple games,
yeah.
Right, but also Impa hasn't had a consistent design between like in some games. She's you look at Hyrule Warriors and then you compare it to Skyward Sword, where she's just like this woman, then she's like this 100-year-old woman in Skyward Sword, and again in Breath of the Wild. So
I think we need the one from Wand of Gamelon.
Yes, please.
Wand
of Gamelon represent when? Triforce of Wisdom states?
Okay, for real though. So, I'm actually genuinely curious if you guys have a differing opinion on this, because everywhere that I've looked, this opinion is pretty much universal. Does anyone here think that Link is going to get a complete rework?
No.
no.
Not a complete rework.
A complete rework? No.
Okay. Here's
No
the,
character
here's
gets
the
a
general,
complete rework.
Here's the general consensus of what I'm seeing. Since we know from the teaser trailer it's a Breath of the Wild Link, people think that it's going to be like a completely reworked Link that reflects
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, and they will have either Toon Link or maybe Child Link to retain Link's original moveset.
Or they could just add a third Link.
No,
That's
we
too
don't
much.
need a third Link.
Yeah, I think that might be too much.
I
think
can see
that-
them changing
I think that-
something.
No, I think that Breath of the Wild Link might have a new special or two. Maybe some moves are changed, just like how we went from Melee Mario with the Super Tornado to Brawl Mario with Flood. I think we could see small changes like that, but
Like maybe the
otherwise,
boomerang. or something will change because that's from Twilight Princess.
I bet the final Smash will change.
Okay, honestly, I heard this one idea, and their idea was basically to turn Link into Robin with like the weapon breaking system, where he gets the weapons like from Breath of the Wild, and when they're about to break, you just throw them and they explode.
That'd be pretty neat, honestly.
I honestly would like that, and then for the final Smash, it would be Urbosa's Fury, which I think is perfect.
Ooh, that would be pretty cool. Ooh, you know what? Considering how many different things you can wear in Breath of the Wild, I'm hoping for some good skins for Link in Smash.
Oh, and from Mario. I wonder if Skeleton Mario from August.
Mario.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
or boxer shorts Mario. That'd be my choice.
The pepperonis.
Oh, yeah, you can see Mario's nipples. I forgot about that.
How do you forget about an important moment in gaming history like that, Luther?
I only witnessed it for like 10 minutes.
I hope.
I rushed through that level.
So I guess we can expect ARMS characters, or at least one.
I will say at least Springman.
I'm
We
torn.
can't.
I'm very torn because. Alright, go ahead.
Okay, so I don't think that we can expect ARMS characters just yet. There was this interview about a month ago with the creator of ARMS, and he basically stated that, don't you think that it's a bit early for Springman to get into Smash? That was his statement.
Yeah, but it was also noted that he was like kind of like nervously replying and kind of chuckling, and he was like wiping sweat off his like bald head. I think it's just because he didn't really know how to react to that without like making it seem obvious. I think that there is a possibility. This Smash game was probably started development around the same time as ARMS, so I could easily see, like, if Sakurai really wanted to, he could have gotten like some early concepts for Springman or some.
Well, remember, no. I don't think like how early the game has time out. Yeah, Greninja we got when they didn't even finish the Gen 6 Pokedex. Like, Sakurai just went in and liked Greninja's design, and then just got the details on it and put him in. And we got 2 Fire Emblem characters that were from a game that wasn't even out yet.
Yeah.
So I don't think release date is...
Actually, well, it has...
If it started during development of Smash 5, that does seem... It is a bit too late.
And Yoshi's Woolly World level way before the game came out. By like almost a year.
Yoshi's Woolly World was delayed like 2 years, I think.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So,
like
anyhow, the thing with new IP like ARMS is that the game can drastically change from the start to the end. Like if you look at Splatoon and the early screenshots where they have rabbits running around. That's nothing like the final game. So, not only is this a new, untested IP that could bomb just like Project Steam, which was an RPG on the 3DS.
Dude, Codename Steam didn't bomb. I thought it sold well.
Well, it didn't meet standards.
Yeah, it didn't really gain traction.
I still think it was an awesome game.
It bombed in Japan at the very least. Like, it's a very US-oriented game. Anyhow, so basically it's a new untested IP. They didn't know how well it was going to sell. It wasn't, again, it's not a franchise like Pokemon or Fire Emblem, because you could count on there being another Fire Emblem game, and you could count on there being another Pokemon game. So
what you're saying is you don't think we'll see You don't think we'll see Laboman as a playable character?
actually, once again, I'm bringing up the Japan Time podcast because in that podcast they brought up that Laboman actually has an official name. Did you guys know that? His official name, as mentioned on the Nintendo Labo website, is Mr. Falls a Lot.
Legit. If Mr. Falls gets in Smash somehow, like I'm not saying as a playable character, but like as an assist trophy or as a trophy,
I could actually see that.
Like I could see him like for sure as an assist trophy. Like that's one thing I want in Smash.
Yeah, assist trophies happen later in development, so it's definitely a possibility.
What about Labo stage?
That's also a possibility.
I could see that being a lot like the Yoshi's Woolly World stage, where it kind of like.
What I hope they do is, they have the crew that worked on Color Splash like do stages where they take pictures of stuff, and I'd like to see like a stage made from actual Labos, and they just photoshopped everything and put it onto 3D models in a program. So it's like a super hyper realistic Labo stage, but with fighters on it.
That would be neat. A stage for Labo. That would actually be really cool.
Well, no. Okay, what if there's a stage that is literally just that one super high poly, high texture lemon from Color Splash?
You liked the lemon. We gave you
Dude,
the lemon.
that lemon is so good. I want to eat it.
Why did that become a meme?
Because it looks so good. Have you seen that lemon?
I've seen the lemon.
Then you shouldn't be asking questions, boy.
I've also seen Scruffy model better looking food.
Well, then Scruffy needs to make me a new lemon for my birthday. He's gonna be here on my birthday, so he better make me a lemon.
Fair enough.
Okay, also hang on. I haven't thought about this until just now. I'm actually curious what y'all think. What do you guys think are the chances of a third-party themed stage where it is a Rabbids Kingdom battle stage?
I think that'd be neat.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, why didn't we think of that? That could totally be a crossover character, Mario Rabbids.
No.
I personally would not want Rabbids in Smash.
Well, no.
Dude,
I mean,
if it was something like the Rabbids, like specifically like Mario, like Rabbid Mario, Rabbid Luigi, or something like that, because I know the Rabbids. No one like the Rabbids are very, that's something that a lot of people like. Mario Rabbid, like Mario Kingdom, or Mario Rabbid Kingdoms, is an extremely well-made game because they don't go all out with the Rabbids. And I know everyone would be like, "Oh, I don't want Rabbids in Smash." It's like if they were the Mario and like the Mario Battle Rabbids, like with the little costumes and everything with the cool different guns, I'd be game for that. Or at least
I'd maybe be fine with them as like an assist trophy or like background elements. I wouldn't want them as a fighter.
I don't know. You could have one character as like different models, like they did the Koopalings with all the different Rabbids from the game.
Guys, I have some breaking news here. It's not related to Smash, but it's related to Nintendo. The developer at Monolith Soft, who the guy who overlooked the Xenoblade Chronicles 2, he was interviewed today and says that he wants to make a Nintendo exclusive M-rated game that is violent, heavy, and erotic.
Wow!
I was like Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
Right up until the word erotic. Whoa!
If anybody out here is a fan of like Pyra,
can I get a source, Luther? Oh, sweet, excellent.
Violence and eroticism, two of my favorite things.
But legit, anyone out in the chat right now who is here for the last Pikcast knows that there are a few of us who are like highly recommend Xenoblade Chronicles 2. If you're one of those people out there, you probably share the same sentimental value for this new upcoming discovery.
What do you guys think are the chance of Rex and/or Pyra being in Smash?
I can see Rex for sure, but like, whenever someone says like Pyra and Mithra, I'm like, they literally are just like magic sword ghost robots.
Okay, from what I've heard from
doing a
watching
podcast.
Japan Time, from what I've heard from watching the Japan Time podcast, Pyra's kind of just like a hype man. Like most of the stuff she does is like in the background.
Yeah, so, well, essentially, Pyra and Mithra are like weapons.
Yeah, so
like they literally are just they're Rex's weapons, which is why I can see Rex being in, and maybe like Final Smash, for example, you could do the what is it? Searing Flame or whatever the heck it is, Burning Flame, the special attack where they just blow up everything.
What?
In Xenoblade Chronicles 2, there's a special attack that Pyra and Rex, or it's the special that Rex uses with Pyra that is just like burning sword, and it has like kind of bad voice acting, but it's not like terrible voice acting because it actually adds more character to it. But
I actually just got the game. I haven't actually played it yet, but I'm excited to. I got it for $30.
140 hours. Oh wow! Was it a return? Wow.
No, it was a pre-owned at GameStop. I have the Elite card.
Return?
What was the price? What was the price?
Oh yeah.
What was the price that you got it for?
$30.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Oh,
I just got Rayman Legends
off.
for $20 because it was on sale in the eShop.
Yeah. I mean, like a physical copy though.
Still nice. Still nice.
All right. I have a question. Are there any personal hopes for characters that you want to get into Smash?
Chibi Robo.
Hang on a second.
Will be unlikely.
Chibi Robo.
Chibi Robo.
I would like to see Chibi Robo.
I've been wanting Chibi Robo. I wanted Chibi Robo in Smash 4 because I was like, well, they're going to be making a new Smash Bros. And I think he should be in as like, because he's a small town like, like second party character. And now with, okay, and I know a lot of people didn't like Ziplash, but now with Ziplash, he has a huge diversity in what he can do. If anything, Ziplash gave him more of a Smash moveset.
I have something to say. I have a message from Jordan that he would like me to read aloud in the Pikcast. He says, I want to interject and say that Rex and Pyra would most likely work like the Ice Climbers do in the sense that they are tethered and killing one makes the other one weaker. What do you think about
I could see that. I could see that.
Would that work?
Yeah, that's kind of how, I mean, that's how it works in games. There's like the driver would be Rex, and then the blade who'd be Pyra, and they're tethered, and if one goes down, the whole ship sinks. So,
speaking of ice climbers, you think it's
are they joining? Are they another special guest? Do we have the ice climbers joining?
Oh wow, Popo Nana, come on
in! Did you guys see who was it? Terminal Montage's Smash video. His animation, something about Smash. And the Ice Climbers bit is so great. Go watch Terminal Montage. He's great.
He's great. Great animation, great jokes. All around great guy. For me, my personal hope to get into Smash 5 that I probably won't happen is Paper Mario.
Oh my god. I would love that.
He would play, I feel like he would play a lot like Game & Watch. But,
yeah! Because he's 2D.
He's 2D. Well, I have a whole moveset, and for him that I came up with, and because I'm biased, all his specials would be his partners from the first game and stuff. It's great.
I definitely want it to be partners from OG Paper Mario or maybe like Thousand Year Door.
Yeah.
They could fucking the replacement for Flood. Like they could even make him a semi-clone and I'd be happy with it. And they could instead of Flood, they could have
a whole thing. You know, I'm gonna start coming up with this thing now.
I will say, Kevin, that there are like me personally, like people who have brought up like in just conversation, like, oh, who do you want to see in the next Smash? Paper Mario is their first response. So if they were to do another ballot, I have a feeling that Paper Mario might be one of the names that
Bandana D, Shantae, and Gino are also some other ones that I want.
Okay. I have something to say. Wait, were you gonna say something quickly, Nathan?
I want to see some indie game support, whether it's Shovel Knight or Shantae or Commander Video or somebody.
Okay. This actually leads into what I was going to say. Listen to this, guys. Listen to this. Everyone sit down. Okay, we'll get ready for this. Okay, so I've already discussed this before, but I'm going to share it on the Pikcast right now. So here's what I want. So imagine this trailer at E3 or something, maybe in a future direct before Smash gets announced, but just imagine this. So, you know how sometimes they reconfirm already existing characters? Like, for example, when they showed off Robin for the first time in Lucina, that was
Captain
also
Falcon.
the trailer where they introduced Captain Falcon as a returning character, stuff like that. So this trailer would start with Toon Link on like his boat or something like that, and like you can see him off in the distance. Like you can see he's like using his ship to fire cannonballs at like another ship that's off in the distance, probably like obscured by like fog or something like that. And then the other ship like swerves and hits him, and like he's like knocked down, and then a figure jumps off of that ship onto his ship and is like approaching him while he's down. And then right before they strike the final blow, you just see like a light blue like whoosh, just kind of go by and knock like a scimitar out of the aggressor's hands. And then the light blue flash lands on the ground, and it's Shantae in her harpy form, and then she turns back into normal Shantae, and it's like Shantae is joining the fight. And then it shows like a whole trailer of Shantae and Smash, and then it ends with the figure with the scimitar getting up, and it's Risky Boots, and Risky Boots is also going to be in Smash.
I mean, I could see that because they play drastically different.
Okay,
yeah. Jack Sparrow from the Pirates of the Caribbean swings in on a vine.
You are by far the worst Smash character I've ever heard of. You've heard of me.
It's just ocean water, and he just starts rising up with the ship from underneath the water.
No, okay.
Down Smash is a bucket of dirt.
For real though. I've in the past few years I have been playing. Well, not for the past few years, but like in the past year, I've been replaying through a bunch of Shantae games, getting caught up on the series. And after playing Half Genie Hero and Pirate's Curse, in Pirate's Curse, Shantae uses Risky's moveset, and they give Risky that moveset in the Pirate Queen DLC in Half Genie Hero. The only way I would be truly satisfied is if both of those characters made it into Smash. I would love both that. Also,
I doubt they're gonna put Risky in.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
hang on.
Yeah, that's.
Hang on. Don't crush my dream. Shut up.
It's a little risky of a.
Stop. Actually, yes, because she kind of does have like titties all over the place. But hang on. Okay, no. Listen to this. So, being a little bit more realistic here. Being a little bit more realistic. I'd like to see Rayman.
Yeah.
Rayman's on who?
Rayman.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I seriously believe. Okay, I know Sakurai put out that whole thing with the last Smash where he was like, well, we generally come up with a whole character roster before we start working on anything. So we have everything from the ground up ready to go, what we want to do. Personally, I think that might be true, but I think there might be a slight detail missed, because I think, okay, Bayonetta's titties are covered in her hair. That's not the same James hyphen. Okay.
Her own body hair. Just saying.
Okay. Anyway.
James T.J. Yoshi. That's how you said that.
No. Okay, listen. So, I remember that back when Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U was in development, Ubisoft was working on Rayman Legends, and that game was originally going to be a Wii U exclusive. And it was like a month before it was supposed to launch that Ubisoft was like, actually, we're gonna delay this until September because we want to make it multi-platform. And so I think that might have to do something with why Rayman wasn't in Smash, because it's so weird to me how Rayman's trophy and Glowbox's trophy are both in Smash, despite the fact that there's no like Rayman like representation in Smash. And also, if you guys remember when Sakurai used to do like those pick of the day, like developer picks of the day. And
yeah, he mentioned Rayman at one.
You know, he showed the picture of Rayman's trophy and mentioned that he asked Ubisoft for like image references so they could make a trophy. And then Ubisoft was like, actually, we were hoping that you'd want a Rayman trophy, so we just went ahead and 3D modeled one for you. Like, they made that trophy for Sakurai to put in the game.
That's why it looks so different from all the other trophies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it does look kind of like ghetto.
Yeah. That doesn't look ghetto.
It looks like he's he looks like he was about to sneeze.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
no, because
exactly
because that mannerism is like the mannerism that Rayman has had ever since like this new generation of Rayman, starting with Rayman Origins.
Having to sneeze?
Oh, okay, no. You gotta go look at pictures of Rayman and Rayman Origins, Rayman Legends, and he's always making like these silly, wacky faces and stuff like that.
All right, yeah.
But, yeah. But like, I would
who else had a trophy in Commander Video? That was the answer to the question. I spoke too fast. He has a trophy. Yeah, he has a trophy in Smash.
Bitrunner has one as well.
Bitrunner has one.
Wait, those are the same.
Wait, that's Commander Video.
That's what Commander Video is.
Also, hang on a second. I just want to point something out. So I actually
avoiding like just dodge that issue.
Wait. Sorry, were you asking me a question? I didn't hear.
Commander Video is the main character in the BitChip series, Luther.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know that. I never played it.
Oh yeah.
I just knew him as Bitrunner because that's what I called him. I didn't actually know that. I never played those games. Anyways, what I was gonna bring up is that that Rayman trophy actually that's like a prototype or something like that, because in the final game he doesn't have his eyes partially closed like that. I think it's the eyes partially closed that kind of make him look like he's about to ski.
Yeah, it looks like he's in the middle of an animation.
Yeah, but I actually just played Smash on the Wii U again recently when I had some friends over and I was browsing through the trophies, and his eyes are fully open. Like Sakurai, I think he changed it.
Question.
What's the question?
About Rayman, what if he just like took his head and ran away with it?
Well, I mean, he could do that. I mean, he doesn't have a neck.
I think they're like attached to him by some sort of fucking. He's like magic.
He has like gravitational pull.
Like fairy magic.
I mean, that's also part of his attacks. Is he can kind of like throw his limbs out to hit people and then he comes back. So
he just has a really stretchy, invisible body.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna let y'all know something.
Rayman
was the very first game that I ever played, and it's probably the series that's closest to my heart. I'm just gonna let y'all know there is no consistent lore in the Rayman universe. So there is no explanation as to why he looks like that.
Magnets.
Huh. Yeah. Gotta be magnets.
Probably. Okay,
right.
But seriously though, Rayman, that's my number one character, even more so than Shantae.
Okay, so I'm going to steer back to the original question of what would you like to see in Smash, and I'm going to continue alongside this newcomer tangent. Aside from KK Slider from Animal Crossing, I'd actually like to see Alf or Louis as the newcomer in Smash 5. Now, I'd like to elaborate a bit on specifically why. Because I think that the Olimar in Brawl and the Olimar in Smash 4 have very different techniques, and because of the 6 Pikmin random color mechanic versus the 3 Pikmin in an order.
Although, hang on, if I can interject on that, the only reason that it was changed from 6 Pikmin to 3 Pikmin is because they also needed to make sure that the 3DS could handle it. I'm pretty sure Olimar is going to be changed back to be more like he was in Brawl.
100 Pikmin.
Okay, well, accurate, but there's actually a counterpoint to that, and that is 8-player Smash. See, another reason why Ice Climbers might have been cut from Smash 3DS and Wii U was because of 8-player Smash, and
could get a bit chaotic with that many Popos and Nanos.
Yeah, because
along with the limitation of the hardware.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yeah, it was strenuous on the Wii U to have 8 characters on there already. In fact, they removed some bones from characters like Wii Fit Trainer, who had an altered thumbs up for her victory pose in 8-player Smash. So they definitely had to make a lot of heavy sacrifices there, and I think that 8-player Smash would not have happened without the 3DS version also being in production. Now, back to Olimar and Alf. I think that...
why'd it have to be Alf?
Well, I'm not a fan of Alf either, but Alf is like
he's
bigger,
kind of like the mascot, quote-unquote, character for Pikmin 3, which, and because, from what I've seen, there are people who, in our Discord, there are people who are, younger than Pikmin.
Yeah,
and
it's still crazy for me to
Yeah, and so there are people who for example, I'm seeing people who are yeah, I just beat Pikmin 1. That's a super proud accomplishment. And I'm thinking I did that in 2002. I
do that recreationally every day, boy.
It's true. It's terrifying.
Am I the only one who couldn't beat Pikmin until 5 years after the fact?
I mean, I lost my original copy of Pikmin and never didn't get back to it until Pikmin 2 came out, because after I realized Pikmin 2 was coming out, I was like, I'm gonna go buy the first one again.
Tangent, fun story. I've gone through 5 copies of Pikmin for the GameCube.
Oh my goodness.
3 of them have gotten scratched up just from me being a kid and not taking care of them, and 1 of them my dog chewed up. So.
I mean, I have 5 copies of Pikmin, but I still have all of them.
Can you spare one? I'm just kidding.
No, I have a collection of sealed copies.
Nice.
I have the Korean version of Pikmin for the Wii, which is the only Pikmin Korea got.
It's called Pikjong.
Oh my gosh. But it's interesting because it has a unique font. Anyway,
anyways, yeah, back to Olimar and Alf. So, as unlike most clones that get introduced later on, I think that that there's a lot of potential for Olimar and Louis being playable at the same time. And you'd only have 3 Pikmin, and it'd be ordered, but the big gimmick here would be a whistle down B. It would let you alternate between leaders, so you could just leave one captain on the side of the map, and then have the other one beat up a fighter, and then all of a sudden you could just switch.
So kind of like switching out in Marvel vs. Capcom or something like that.
Well, no, not exactly.
Not exactly.
So you could do a wombo combo by yourself.
Yes, that's kind of what I was getting at. It's kind of like Rosalina and Luma, except you just alternate between who you play, or maybe you press the whistle a 3rd time and they group up and you're playing as them together. It'd be
that'd be really cool.
Playing Pikmin 2, where you leave a leader and it's a Pikmin and you go off and do something, and it'd essentially be multitasking, which would be
really cool
in Pikmin 2 and 3.
But Nintendo's going to be like, this character already has enough models with him anyway. Did you guys see that one art, though? I don't know who did it. but they like sketched out a very convincing moveset for Louis. In fact, they sketched out two.
Yeah.
That was convincing.
Talking about that.
Yeah, I remember that. Were they the one who did like a moveset for the Plasma Wraith 2 or something like that?
I didn't see that. They did one
for a few different, like, I would say almost random characters.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
By the way, sorry if my typing is obnoxiously loud. I just bought a fancy new mechanical keyboard, and each like keystroke is like 1,000 decibels.
You just oh I thought you meant just like you just now bought a keyboard.
Yeah,
you're using your keyboard.
I clicked buy on Amazon and it teleported right, it materialized right here in front of me. The future is now, guys. Thank you, Jeff Bezos. Alright, hang on a second.
Can anybody find those?
Okay, yeah, I just looked up Plasma Wraith Smash moveset to see if I could find the image y'all are talking about, and I found this one where it's a picture of the Plasma Wraith and it's like B side, B up, B down, but like they're just snapshots of like pictures taken off of like Wikipedia that don't even give any context, and then Final Smash is just the Plasma Wraith just standing there, and all I can think of is that meme where it's like Mom said it's my turn to play the Xbox. I'm gonna post this in the chat. Can someone please convey the meaning of this to me? This is not a very good moveset because I don't understand anything that's going on here.
Oh.
I guess his up special, he just grabs Olimar no matter where he is, even if he's not a fighter.
Hold on, let me get this on the stream.
Wait, does he turn into a house?
Yes, he turns into a house.
I'm gonna feel bad if like the person who made this is just like watching, like he's a diehard Pikcast fan, and then he's like, he just.
So I guess the side special creates one of the elements, elemental hazards. The big, standard
he's
special.
Instantly a low tier character.
Like I forgot it's standard.
He can shoot him. Maybe the B is just like a damaging and teleport attack. Like, what if he like shot a gold blob and then he kind of like drained away and then teleported up from?
I honestly thought you were about to say he can shoot himself.
God.
I don't get the Final Smash though. What is?
I know. He's just standing there like.
When you were describing.
Oh, you know what it is? He's flying.
Are you sure? What? No, I don't think he's supposed to be flying.
That's the
literally
cutscene when he comes
that's literally the pre-final fight cutscene.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they meant to say that he gets really big or something.
The final fight is the final smash is he just stands there menacingly.
When you described it, I honestly thought that he just T-poses. Like that's the final smash. Like he just T-poses and like spins in a circle or something.
Anybody who touches him also T-poses and just locks up.
And, okay, is this perhaps what you guys were talking about? I just found another one.
The fuck was that?
I have no idea.
Somebody's phone.
I think I just had a seizure.
We heard it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, is this the Louis one? It's not loading for me. That's weird.
No, not the Louis one. This is the Plasma Wraith one that you know.
Oh, this is by the same guy as the Louis one.
Why is he so small? Oh, duh.
I don't think that the image will be of high enough resolution to show it on the stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and describe the Louis idea. There were two Louis drawings. One had him similar to Olimar, but with a couple differences, and they were pretty creative differences. But the other one was really unique because it had him on a Dweevil, and so he would be able. He's the king of bugs, so he had like his down B. It was very similar to Olimar's, but instead of Pikmin, he had sheer grubs come out of the ground and attack, and he had all these different movesets with bugs in the Pikmin games. His up B was a swooping stitch bug, comes and grabs him, so it's like Olimar's, but it's a swooping stitch bug instead of winged Pikmin. So it was very clever. And then his final smash, of course, would be the Titan Dweevil.
Yeah, like as cool as that would be, like I think that's something that like only we would be able to come up with.
Yeah, I don't think Nintendo loves the franchise enough to go that in depth.
Well, it's not Nintendo, it's Sakurai. I don't think Sakurai cares that much about Pikmin.
Well, isn't Sakurai not even like one of the main people this time? Like he is like one of the big people, but he's
overseeing the project.
Yeah, he's like a consultant, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's no solid confirmation if he's a director or not.
That's true.
As far as we know, but he is involved.
Okay, here's a big question. How much of this Smash Bros. Game do you think was made from the ground up, or like, do you think that it was mostly like they ported everything that they humanly could? From
I think they reused the same engine, reused a lot of the materials and everything, but I wouldn't call it a direct port.
No, I don't think it'll be like a direct port. I think it'll be mostly a port.
Mostly a port, but in the same way that Pikmin 2 is a port of Pikmin 1.
Pikmin 1, yeah, exactly. Or like Splatoon. But like I think that this game will be new enough to where it'll feel like it's a new game. There's obviously always people that are like, it's a port to me, but like honestly, I mean, what Smash game isn't? Smash games have always just had a lot of like what the previous game offered. Also, hang on, here's an interesting question. They brought this up on the Japan Time podcast. What do you guys think about removing Smash Balls and instead like you build a meter to perform?
That's what I was kind of thinking, because like as much as I like this, the Smash Ball idea, I think it sucks that like you can't just like, because I just want to do like Final Destination, would be able to use a Final Smash.
Yeah,
they could be able to make.
So basically, wait. So Luther, what you're proposing? So instead of Smash Balls, is my ultimate is almost ready.
Exactly, and I'm that's actually 100% true to what I'm suggesting, because I think that it kind of detracts from the experience. I guess is the way to put it. It just immediately. Yeah, Kyle, hang on.
Silence your cell phone, please.
Yes.
Also, Cake says that he has to get going.
Oh, okay. Goodbye, Cake.
All right, later.
Thank you for participating.
Pleasure talking to you.
Everyone say goodbye to Cake or your band.
Okay.
Alright. What was I saying? Like, it immediately changes, like, the immediate goal. Like, everyone just stops fighting and they immediately just start rushing for the Smash Ball, essentially, is what I'm saying. So it kind of just interrupts, like, the flow of the fight. And I think that if instead you built meter, I think that it would help things transition.
But then you might have to balance the Final Smashes, which Final Smashes are the least balanced thing in the universe.
I don't think that they're meant to be balanced.
So you're saying you wouldn't want these in like competitive play?
Well, I mean, I feel like people are like, any time that a game has competitive play, there's always going to be stuff that people throw out. And I think that no matter how Final Smashes get changed, I feel like there's like the competitive scene's always going to be like, these are things that we just don't really want to use.
And I mean, there's other ways to balance it besides changing the Final Smash itself. Like Overwatch does this too. You could change how fast does one ultimate charge over
or change like the damage output, or change its hitbox, change it to like a wind box. Because in Smash Bros, a lot of things there's a lot of things in Smash Bros that have wind boxes that really shouldn't.
Mr. Tongwa is back with his sassy character.
What?
Anyways,
saying ban me in the chat.
Oh, I just saw that. Yes.
If any of you guys are interested, I just uploaded a Paper Mario like little moveset test thing that I made years ago.
Oh, I remember you showing this a while ago.
Yeah.
I really like the I really like the idea of just like whenever you turn as Paper Mario, it just flips two-dimensionally.
Flips two-dimensionally, like in game.
Yeah, just like in game. I think that's awesome. Oh man. See, okay. One thing that I am a little bit concerned about this Smash game is, so I kept telling people they were stupid if they thought this. A small, like very microscopic piece of me actually thinks this could ever happen, but it's also something that I don't want to completely discredit. So, like Emily Rogers said, this Smash game is going to be like a complete. They want it to be like definitive Smash experience. It's like the way that a lot of people have been describing it makes it seem like they want this Smash game to be like a service more than a game, where it'll receive like content and like characters will constantly be rebalanced and reworked. What if like the game only launches with a very like unusually lower than normal like amount of characters, and then we just get the old characters patched back in over time? So
or you could do
the game only launches with like a melee size roster, and then
or what you could do is what kind of like Melee had done, which Melee I think is still the best for, the best experience for unlocking characters and stages. Have it so that everything's locked and you unlock it by playing the game.
Okay, that I'd actually be okay with because that actually could be incentive.
I really didn't like how Smash 4. I mean, yeah, it was after Smash 3DS, so they're like, yeah, we're just gonna give you everything so they can go. But I'm like, where's the fun in that? I wanna try and unlock things.
Yeah. Also,
it's called paying for DLC.
Stop. Also, okay, new topic discussion. Subspace Emissary. You think it'll come back?
I would love something like it.
Yes, I would love something like it.
Yeah, I would like something like it, but I feel that it's just like it might not be something they're gonna want to focus on, and they might want to try to like actually focus on like a more definitive, you know, if it is gonna be, you know, like this ultimate Smash experience. I feel like it's gonna be something that like, if it's something that they get to work on, you know, they might have like something small, but I feel like they're gonna try to focus primarily on the characters fighting. More than just the story. Like I don't have anything. I love Subspace Emissary because there's a really cool insight on just like how characters and how they like interacted. But I feel that like they're just gonna focus more on just the fighting more than, you know, stuff like that. I mean,
but they did get that. I feel like that was their focus with Smash 4, and I feel like a lot of those elements are just gonna carry over, so they won't have to work as hard on that.
Yeah, like I think that a lot of like. I think that this time around they've had a lot more development time to leisurely work on extra things. Assuming, of course, that this game is like reutilizing a lot of older assets, which I'm pretty sure it is.
Also, take Smash Tour just off, or at least off the main shit out of there.
No. You want to know what I want back though? Smash Run.
Smash Run is cool.
Okay,
I love Smash Run. That felt like a Kirby Air Ride, but with like Smash Run.
City Child.
Smash Run would be even better this time around if you could encounter the other players and like hit each other and make.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And maybe we could get it on the version that people like play.
Yes, there we go.
So you're telling me
I'm perfectly fine if you can only do Smash Run on your Switch by yourself, with another person who has to have their own switching copy. I'd be fine with that.
I have an idea. So they make it so like you can have like up to 100 people on this map. It's a huge map, but you can all interact and fight with each other. It's one stock, and they just call it Smash Run Battle Royale.
Add it to the game right now.
Yeah. Right there, they could do it.
Just got the new Smash where we dropping.
Hey, wait, guys! I have like a little thing to include that might help to make some sense about why we could see the Subspace Emissary return, or at least something of that sort. So the reason that Sakurai didn't want to add it last time is because he didn't like how people were just uploading all the cutscenes to YouTube right after Smash Bros. Brawl came out, and that effectively made it feel like there was no point in playing that section of the game, and so he felt like you did all that work for nothing. But this time around, Nintendo's got their Nintendo Ninjas sniping down people who use like 2 seconds of Nintendo copyright. So I feel like while I still think that their like system that does that is really stupid, I think that now is better than ever to add those kinds of things, because like you can just monitor whether or not people get to see it, and if they do upload it, just immediately strike it down.
Wait, what?
Okay, you know
strike down what?
Well, like the video, just take the video off because it contains Nintendo content. Like
you're encouraging that?
Okay, no, I'm not encouraging it.
It's just good for the Subspace Emissary.
It's good for the Subspace Emissary and Sakurai's reasoning as to why he didn't add it in the last game.
I see.
Yeah, I don't agree with it, but if they're gonna have it, you might as well use it for something good.
It's really bad reasoning, though. It's not like.
That sounded so brutal.
What?
You know, it's what I like to consider. It's what I like to consider a necessary evil in this scenario.
But with that could be said with any game. What is his point was like.
Well, I feel that like it was more because like doesn't Sakurai like hate Smash? Like he's not a huge fan, or like he dislikes. Smash. Like I know that he hates Melee. He does not like Melee.
He doesn't
I think because
Smash thing in general, he just doesn't like how stressful working on the games are.
Well, no, yeah. I've heard that he like does not like Melee because of like how it's just turned this fun game that he was just working on as a project became huge, into this competitive thing, and like apparently no matter what he does, that it'll be trash in comparison to Melee.
He also didn't like Brawl because the only reason he made Brawl is because Nintendo told him that if he didn't make a new Smash game, they were just going to port Melee to the Wii, and he's like, well, I'd rather there be a whole new Smash, which is why we had Brawl.
Huh. I actually didn't know that.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
thought it was they would just give it to somebody else to do.
I haven't watched enough episodes of Did You Know Gaming.
No, I actually didn't know that until they brought that up in the Japan Time podcast. This is like my 5th shout out to them this episode, but that's I've been listening to them a ton while I'm at work.
We don't have any original content. We just take everything from what did you call it?
The Japan Time podcast.
Yeah, I've never heard that in my life.
Sorry, Rogers Base. So I imagine he's listening to this for like 1 second. He's like, "What?"
Did you know gaming?
Alright, well.
Hey, you guys remember when a bit of Tommy and Andre's videos got used in Did You Know Gaming?
Yeah.
That was awesome. I remember that. Also,
I don't. You'll have to send me that.
Oh, yeah, it happened while everyone was here last year too. I remember that. Or maybe it was the first year. Also, so I want to talk about something, guys. So I'm a little sad because I don't know if y'all remember, but there was this big leak that happened about like a Switch data mine that I was really hoping was real, because in that leak, in addition to Pikmin 4, was a bunch of other games that I was really hoping was real. And the one thing that would have confirmed that list to be real is if the new Smash Bros. Game, because in that list the new Smash Bros. Game was called like Super Smash Bros. Royale or something like that. And so I was like, well, if E3 comes and we learn that's what the official title of the game is, then we'll know that the list was real, and that means that all the other games mentioned that list are real. But that list also mentioned the names of new Pokemon games, and we now know the names of new Pokemon games that are not the same that were. Sadly, that leak has been, we can now safely say that. And that makes me upset, because that leak also contained like a Wonderful 101 Switch port and stuff like that. Not to say that we won't get that, especially because Platinum Games says that they really want to bring that game. And I'd also like to see that game have a Smash like a representative Smash, like Wonder Red.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was thinking like Wonder Red would be really cool.
Yeah, that game actually did really well for Platinum Games. It sold almost 1 million units despite having no advertising, and on a console that sold very bad.
I think you mean to say very poorly.
Yeah, so very
Whatever.
You know what I mean.
Very bad.
Also, yes, James Hyphen, I did know that Pikmin 4 is never going to be released. Good observation. That's actually true. Pikmin 4 is fake, guys. Okay, yeah, I want to bring that. I want to bring that up since this is the Pikcast. What were you gonna say, Nathan?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, we've actually been talking about this off Pikcast for a while now. I don't really know how to feel about Pikmin 4 anymore, because the truth of the matter, and it's something that everyone keeps ignoring but is still a fact, is that we have Nintendo, like Miyamoto has never directly come out and stated that Hey Pikmin wasn't Pikmin 4. If Pikmin 4 gets brought up again this year,
I thought they did.
They didn't.
Yeah, I think they did.
No,
I'm pretty sure they did.
Nope. The very last time that Pikmin 4 was mentioned was at E3 last year before Hey Pikmin launched.
Yeah, but Hey Pikmin was already announced, and if they used Pikmin 4...
Yeah, they mentioned Pikmin 4.
Hey Pikmin, we knew about Hey Pikmin since, like, May last year.
No, since September.
We had already... Hey Pikmin had already had information talking about it, and we saw
and
another
if they
article
still
about
said
Pikmin 4.
Here's another issue with that. Is that we don't know if Miyamoto actually explicitly said Pikmin 4. That's why I really hope that if he gets interviewed this time, that like it's with a camera or something like that, instead of just like people transcribing what he's saying. Because I want to know that he's definitively saying Pikmin 4 and they're not just paraphrasing it.
I'm feeling pretty confident it's still on the way.
Yeah, again, simply because Hey Pikmin was made by a completely different company. And and again, because multiple Nintendo executives have said that their favorite part about Pikmin so far is the bingo battle, which that doesn't mean that means that they are enjoying bingo battle. Hell, we have a tournament. We spent like what $600 to fly out to Texas to stream for like 8 hours us playing bingo battle because it's fun. And like that enough tells me that they want to do Pikmin 4, but I feel it's just that because Pikmin is not one of their like huge franchises, that it's not their biggest focus, which sucks to say, but it's like it's kind of like the hard truth. Like I mean,
it is a hard truth.
But I mean, like
it's not even a hard truth. It's just
it's the truth. However, what I am hopeful for now is that what's the name of the new Nintendo president?
I don't remember his first name, but his name is Furukawa.
Yeah, Furukawa. So I was reading some interviews from Furukawa because they were asking him questions since he was stepping up as president, since Kiyoshima was just there as a temporary. And okay, this is more of Kimishima than Furukawa, but Kimishima was saying that he had 2 jobs as president of Nintendo during his time, while they found a new, someone they could actually say was an official president. And it was that he needed to make sure that the Switch didn't die, which he did successfully. And oh god, what was the other one? I lost it. Crap. Okay, what was it? The Switch didn't die, and god, what was the other one? Oh, to reorganize the company internally, so that they don't have to do so much. Like they have a bunch of higher ups managing everything down at the bottom, that the people down at the bottom can manage themselves and then report to the higher ups better. Essentially, just like restructuring management to be more kind of like a pyramid, in a sense. And he said that he personally believes that he did that effectively, and I believe that to be true with the fact that Splatoon 2 was made in like less than a year. I mean, there's the Legend of Zelda team, you know, that is specific for Legend of Zelda, and a lot of just other.
Has actually said, like the creator, like the producer of Zelda, he says that he wants to see if they can streamline the Zelda making process and get like a mainline title at one every 3 years. So like by next year's E3, we could actually see a trailer for the next Zelda game.
So technically, and I have actually read an article as well saying that Nintendo just hired a bunch of new people to the team, which means that their team is growing. And that to me tells me that they'll either be able to get more games out or be able to work on more franchises at the same time.
They already have.
So, but I mean like more so. And so that hopefully tells me that, you know, that even if Pikmin is not, you know, their most popular franchise, they don't have to worry about getting people off the, you know, team working on Pikmin to, you know, help out with Zelda or help out with Mario, help out with Fire Emblem or something. They can still have like a dedicated group working on.
Yeah, we also know. Of course, this could just be paraphrasing again. Like I really don't know what to make of all the information where Miyamoto's mentioned Pikmin 4 due to the fact that it's all being transcribed to English from another language, and then because like most of the interviews happened in another country, so it was like turned from Japanese to that language and then to English. But at one point, he mentioned something about what he refers to as the Pikmin team. It was back when he said that the game was almost near completion. He said like it's almost near completion. The Pikmin team has always been working on something hard. So there's a team out there somewhere that is dedicated to Pikmin in some form or another.
It's like just Miyamoto at his desk.
Just imagine it's like the 3 interns that are there.
It's Miyamoto and 2 interns.
Because there's like a Splatoon team and it's like all the young people. So there has to be like a Pikmin team.
And then the Mario team is all of the bald elderly men who work there, and they just shine their foreheads really hard to make Mario games.
Alright, anyway, I think we've pretty much
well, if I want to say, I feel like we didn't really talk much about Grapefruit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm coming to. We have Grayfruit here. I wanted to ask him some questions, since, you know, he has a following, and people are probably interested in it. He also has opinions, that too.
Hang on a sec, I got one quick thing, it'll take like 10 seconds to say. Even if Pikmin 4 isn't at E3 this year, I think Pikmin has reached that I'm not trying to say it's not popular, but it's not nearly as popular as other things, so it could easily just appear in a Nintendo Direct sometime later, and it would still be here. Like, just because it's not at E3 this year, don't lose hope. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So Grapefruit.
Beautifully said. Okay, first off, about your alcohol consumption.
This is an intervention.
I really don't drink that much. I actually haven't drank in like 3 months. I used to only like do it when I streamed.
What do you usually drink?
No,
Huh?
but wait, what?
No, I was asking, what do you usually drink? Like when you stream, what is it that you drink?
I usually make a mixer with like juice, and I like Malibu. And I usually, honestly, I'm a college student, so just like cheap vodka, whatever is like on sale at the store.
Okay. Okay.
I just turned 21 on the 13th.
Nice.
Congratulations.
And I still haven't had any alcohol yet.
Oh,
So I'm wondering.
You have no
I
idea.
am going to
You're not
destroy
missing
you.
much.
No, you have no idea
I'm gonna
how
destroy you. I'm gonna destroy you when you come to the party, Nathan.
you're gonna give him like apple cider, and Nathan's just gonna be like screeching like on the front of the car, and we're gonna be like trying to get him off with like a broom.
It's a sparkling wine.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd ask, Grayfruit, what I should start with.
Oh, alcohol-wise, okay.
Yeah.
I was confused for a second. I was like,
Oh
where does
god,
that go?
I'm not really an expert.
What did you start with?
I'm 22 now. I've only been to a bar like
Oh,
okay, I
okay.
guess I work at a bar, but like besides where I work at, I've only been there like to a bar even like once, and I didn't even go up to the bar. So I know so little about alcohol. Like all of my knowledge of it comes from just like living in a house full of college students where there's just vodka just like sitting around. I think it actually like comes out of the walls just naturally.
The walls full of
forms.
ooze green slime.
Guys, Pikmin 4 is gonna be about collecting vodka.
So I have a question though. Yeah.
Real quick, if you do want a recommendation of something that's kind of easy to begin with, look into Not Your Father's Mountain Ale. It's basically alcoholic Mountain Dew.
Oh.
Wow.
Huh.
Is
I
that
know
gamer
a
fuel?
fair few people who would enjoy that.
Yeah, I'll put it in this chat.
Just put it up on the stream.
Alright, just so you know, I am not endorsing anybody underage to go and drink. Do not do that.
I am.
God forbid.
Yeah, I have a feeling that most of the Pikmin community is underage, so yeah.
Hey,
Adults
I
only.
got a quick
You're not
question.
missing much.
I got a quick question. So we're talking about getting drunk. Does anyone here object to getting high at the party?
Yes.
What? I don't care about other people, but
Yes.
I thought I just asked.
I mean,
I got to message Johnny to cancel his plan. Anyways, the other thing.
Anyway, Grapefruit. So, was it like a one-time thing that caught on and people kept asking you to do more drunk episodes?
No, I kind of just did it.
You kind of just did it.
Like people, I don't know, people would always say like, do drunk, I don't know. They would suggest other games, drunk Pokemon or whatever next. And I'd be like, oh, well, I'm not so sure about like the games they're suggesting, but like I'd be willing to do another game drunk. And I actually planned on doing Dark Souls 3. Like I got it, and I was already big into Dark Souls, and I'd played 1 and 2, and I bought the game, and I was like, I'll stream this, and I'll call it Drunk Souls 3. And then and I just like had an epiphany, like right before I like started actually trying to do that would just suck. Like playing a new Dark Souls game when you're like kind of impaired and there's chat like yelling at you, chat who knows what's gonna go on. Fuck that. So I abandoned that idea, and I honestly, I don't know if I want to do a huge amount of drunk things in the future, but like, it's
I'll take over.
It's not. I don't think it's going away completely.
Gotcha.
Maybe just like a small-time game like Luigi's Mansion or like Animal Crossing. Drunk
Luigi's
Animal
Mansion
Crossing.
drunk and like Halloween time. That might be fun.
I'm just
my
like
God, drunk Animal Crossing actually sounds hilarious.
I feel like if I got like drunk though and I was like trying to stream or something, I would just like mess up the stream. Like I'd hit the end button or something just accidentally and not even realize.
Hey, why
and
isn't
just
anybody
keep
responding?
Talking in the stream for like 3 hours or something.
There was a point during Drunk Pikmin where I left. I like went to go pee or like get food or something, and I left like a little BRB animation. And then I just like forgot to take it down when I started the screen back up, so there was just like this big fucking thing in the like way of the screen when I was actually streaming. I was like, so anyway, we can't see, idiot. I'm like, oh yeah.
So do you think your drunk content is funnier?
I don't know. Me throwing up. I remember
Oh, geez.
After I threw up on stream,
I remember
I was
that.
like, that was fucking comedy gold. I was like, I don't care that I threw up. I was like, that's like highlight reel genius right there. I was like, that's what makes me the big buck.
The peak of your career.
Was throwing up on stream.
Now, were those drunk thoughts or?
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
Also, it was just kind of, there was a lot of relief involved after throwing up. 'Cause
Yeah.
throwing up when you're drunk is very different from throwing up from being like sick or whatever. When you throw up from being drunk, you're just kind of like, wow, I'm glad that's not in me anymore.
Yeah.
There's not really a shitty feeling.
Yeah.
Is it true that it feels really good when you pee while you're drunk?
Yeah, which is nice because you also pee a lot.
That's what I heard. I heard that it's like getting like an inverted blowjob.
What?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Couldn't describe it better.
Okay. Thought I'd ask.
So,
I've
we got another topic of discussion.
I've drank plenty of alcohol, but I'm too much of a big boy to drink enough to get drunk just yet. I don't want to drink too much because I'm still learning the limit.
Well, I guess I have a question. What is your favorite non-Nintendo game?
Oh.
Grayfruit.
It's still Portal. Portal's my favorite game, regardless.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Good choice.
Nintendo or not. But like, I don't know. There's in terms of games that in terms of playtime, I've played probably the most Binding of Isaac, like across all the titles combined. But
yeah,
Portal is the one that's dearest to my heart. I think.
Portal 1 or Portal 2? Like, does it matter? Or
both.
Portal 1
both?
is like the more I think compact. Like it's just like 100% good even if it's short. Whereas Portal 2 is kind of like a little flabby, but it's long and also amazing. Like
it also has like co-op and stuff though, which is and level builders and stuff. And
have you? I mean, I'm assuming not, but like, have you ever tried the VR Portal game?
I have not.
Aperture Labs? Okay, because I mean, I haven't tried it either, but I've heard that that's actually pretty good too.
You also cannot beat that sense of isolation that the first Portal game has.
Oh yeah. Well, I think that was kind of the thing of Portal 2, is they were trying to remove that isolation where it's like you're all being isolated from the isolation.
Yeah.
Now there's no more isolation, and you're truly alone.
Have you ever played Stanley Parable?
I have. That's another fantastic game.
It's really good.
It's a game where you literally there's a narrator, but then you kind of decide what you want to do. You can listen to the narrator or not.
I'm gonna look this up now. Stanley Parable.
It's excessively silly and really funny.
Highly recommend.
Never play StarCraft.
It's the kind of game you get your mom to play. Cause you get your mom to play a ton of games.
I get my mom like Bookworm and shit like that.
I don't know.
Blasters.
I don't know if my mom would qualify because my mom plays Tomb Raider, Gears of War, and God of War.
Yeah, that's actually impressive.
My mom is the reason I got into games.
Huh.
Wow, are you a gamer?
She wouldn't feed Luther dinner unless he 100%ed Pikmin in a day.
Actually, my mom is the one that started playing Pikmin before I did.
That's kind of embarrassing, dude.
No, I was like 6.
That's it. You make that sound like that's an excuse.
It's okay though. I'm gonna make sure that my my son, is able to beat it before he can walk. I'm gonna make sure.
You're gonna beat him before he can walk?
Yeah. I'm gonna beat him so he can't walk.
Oh my god! Jeez Louise. All right. Yeah, but why Grayfruit? What is that from?
It's not okay. So this is kind of an embarrassing story. The Grapefruit is just like a ripoff of the FL Studio logo. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
I don't know if you've seen, but it's like a little orange
Fruity Loops
pepper thing.
It looks like a banana pepper.
Oh yeah.
And that thing's called Fruity Loops Studio. And I always thought, I don't know, I really liked that weird little thing because it looks like a pepper, but they call it a fruit. I was like, all right, that's cool. And then I just like color gray. That's really it. I just like ripped it off from Fruity Loops and added my favorite color.
It had nothing to do with a grapefruit.
No.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest when I say I don't think that's embarrassing. I'm gonna let you and all 22 people right now listening on this. My mom came up with JPMRocks when I was like not even 10. Like I wanted, like, it was when like RuneScape was like a huge thing, and I couldn't think of a username, and JPM7 was taken, which was the username I wanted. So she just came up with JPMRocks, and I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Because you know how like if you try to enter a username in like older games, it'll say, oh, these are related usernames that you can use.
Yeah.
That one showed up too, and I was like, all right, why not? So, yeah, now that is the email to contact me professionally for my business. So.
Also, Grayfruit, I just subscribed to you on both of my channels.
Oh, hell yeah. I think that probably pushed me over 30K, right?
I don't know, maybe.
That's it. We did it.
We did it, guys.
I subscribed to you with the Wikipedia channel.
30K in one.
Oh, wait, guys, we need Kirby Bulborb to come use all, like, 1,000 of his bots.
Oh my goodness.
What? What is this?
There's this kid that used to, like, he was a kid that used to, like, mess around with us back on, like, the early days of Pikcast. And he made himself look bigger than he actually was by creating a bunch of alt accounts and subscribing to himself. But it was so obvious that they were all clones of him because they always had Bulborbs somewhere in the name. Like, it was like his main account was Kirby Bulborb, and he had like Luigi Bulborb and all these different ones, and he would use them to comment on his main profile and be like, "Wow, good channel, keep it up."
Wow.
Stuff like that.
Great work, Ethan.
Oh, beautiful.
God.
Good stuff.
Luther, James Hyphen asks, can we get your mom to stream?
You know what? I'm pretty sure my mom would actually be okay streaming. My sister finally graduated from high school, and she's gonna be off to college soon. My mom actually told me she wants to get back into like meme culture and like.
No. Oh God.
Think about getting back into memes.
No. Okay, I think I told Luther this, but like I think it was when Chloe and Luther's mom were out on. They were at Alaska for the school thing or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting here and I got a notification from Facebook. Luther's mom added me and Chloe to a group, and she was sending memes to us.
Yeah.
While we were there, and I was just like, Luther, do I like respond? Like, I don't know what to do in this situation. This goes on beyond my
Actually, no. To answer James Hyphen, no, she's not mommy memer. She's mother meme. That is actually what Tommy referred to her as when he first came. Mother meme. Yeah.
She's a retired meme veteran coming back to war.
Yeah, she's
coming out of retirement.
Yeah.
For one last job.
It's in theaters now.
Is that Seven Nation Army? The fuck?
Yeah. Like the one that plays at like the Battlefield 1 trailer. Just
right. I was trying to think. I was like, what trailer even?
God.
Alright, guys. One thing I did want to bring up is my pick for Smash, which is actually James P. Sullivan from Monsters Incorporated. I think he would just be the perfect pick.
Yeah.
I think that's what Nintendo's going to wow us with next time.
When are they bringing Slim Bank Shot into Smash, huh?
Yeah, just a really, really obscure.
Okay, but no kidding. The Monsters Inc. game for the GameCube was so much fun.
That was a good game.
The dodgeball game?
I hate that I was so young that I couldn't really comprehend what I was doing, and I never got very far in it.
That was like one of I recommend to this day, if you can find a copy of, I think it's called Monsters Inc. Dodgeball Arena.
Oh, that. No, I thought you were talking about the one that was like an actual like
movie game
about the movie,
like an adventure game.
Also,
no,
I meant to look up Monsters Inc. game, and I instinctively typed in Monster Hunter.
Well, no, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I had the same feeling for the Robots game.
Oh my god!
Because like, okay, it's weird to say, the Robots game had more lore to like the Robots world than the movie did.
Really?
No. But yeah, it was really cool. Like, there was I remember there was like this one robot that they like briefly mention or something, but they actually show him off, and he was like this big, huge, like hulking robot guy who lived in the sewage processing plant. And he was the one who basically, he was like a cannibal or something. He would like eat robots that kind of just fell down there, and they'd start getting dissolved by like all the acid in the in the sewers. And that was his whole thing. And he would actually like he was immune to acid because of the special metal that his body was made out of. And his whole fight would be like he would like if I remember correctly, it was like he would spew or like use the acid or something at you, and you had to defeat him in order to progress because you were trying to sneak into the evil group's building through the sewers.
Wow.
Sounds
yeah,
like
it was actually like really intense. Like old movie games were really good. Okay, James.
Yeah, Shrek 2 for the GameCube. Shrek 2 for the GameCube. Great game.
Shrek 2 was amazing.
Over the
I'm not even
context,
joking.
though.
Shrek 2 was actually a really good game. It was like a beat 'em up platformer type game.
Yeah.
It was actually really fun.
And they had like a DDR game mode.
Another one that I think is really good is The Simpsons Hit and Run for the game.
Oh yeah, that's a
that's classic.
Yeah.
And Nicktoons Unite.
Also,
Yes!
SpongeBob
my God,
Battle for
Nicktoons
Bikini
Unite.
Bottom.
Battle for Bikini Bottom is a masterpiece.
It's like what happened to movie video games? What happened?
They
had to
became-
put
Battle for
started
Bikini Bottom
King?
wasn't really a
No,
movie
I know.
video game.
I can actually tell you exactly what happened to them.
E.T.
As the shows became more, because they used to do them on shows that were popular, like SpongeBob and stuff like that. As the shows became more popular, the studios like Nickelodeon and stuff were demanding more for the license, to the point where the license to make the game itself cost more than the total development cost of the game, and so they had to stop doing them.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Wow.
That's why companies
No, but
like
what I mean is it's not that they don't exist because they do exist for some movies.
Well, yeah,
But the ones that do come out are so bad.
yeah, exactly.
If I were to guess,
the majority of the budget goes to just purchasing the license.
yeah. I mean, there's a majority of the budget goes to the licensing, but I can also probably safely say that a lot of the people who are making those movie games in the early 2000s were people who were really, and it's weird to say, like if you were to look at I don't want to say like old games, but like basically the beginning of what I feel like we could say modern day games, which is late 90s, early 2000s, which it was really when there was a huge leap in gaming, essentially, with like Nintendo 64, the GameCube, PlayStation, the original Xbox, when they all came out, when it was essentially, there was this big jump in game development. The people who are working on that were people who were playing, they were the ones who started playing like Magic the Gathering when it had first come out, like old gamers, gamers in the sense of like tabletop gaming, when that was such a much more popular thing than video gaming was, because that was video games really before video games. If you didn't want to go to an arcade, or you couldn't afford to go to the arcade, you would go and you'd hang out with your friends, and you'd play Dungeons and Dragons and all of stuff. And there's like that's how they did prototypes for a lot of games. Like Team Fortress was a Dungeons and Dragons prototype originally.
Huh.
I actually
Team Fortress Classic?
Yeah, the original Team Fortress, they actually were using it when they were testing it out. They set up a Dungeons and Dragons board, and they would test mechanics for Team Fortress Classic with Dungeons and Dragons.
Interesting.
And that was how they calculated that, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, it's probably a big jump in that, and so then it's people who think they can make video games because oh, my kid plays Mario Kart, so I can make the Wreck-It Ralph. Well, no, that's a bad example. I can make the Shrek 4 video game, and it's like, no. You can't. I'm sorry.
I mean, you can,
Nope.
but
You
why?
can, but it just won't be good.
I don't know why you would try.
Well, is there anything else that anybody wants to get out there? I've got one more thing, but I want to save it to the end.
I mean,
I think it's probably close to wrapping up.
Yeah, I mean, really,
Luther, do you want to talk a little bit about the party and just
I mean, it's pretty much everything we've already said. This year, July 14th through the 22nd, we're having another one of the annual Wikipedia meetups. I have a surprise announcement to announce there when we do the live Pikcast that I haven't told any of y'all about.
Are you pregnant?
Yeah, who's the father?
Maybe. Y'all will find out when y'all are there. But yeah, it'll be a surprise announcement for all of y'all, and obviously all the listeners. We're gonna have another Pikmin 3 bingo battle tournament, which is gonna be on Sunday, which is the 15th, I believe. I want to say it's either the 15th or the 16th, but it's gonna be on that. We'll get some more.
Yeah,
info
Friday's
out
the 13th.
yeah, it'll be some more info once. Shay just said congrats. We'll get some more info on the exact time and stuff like that. But we'll be streaming it here. We're gonna have a total of 9 people that'll be there this year, including all the people from their previous years plus 4 newcomers, and they'll all be participating. So
I'm posting Luther's address in the chat right now for anybody who wants
to. Anybody want to come talk to me?
Welcome back, Kyle. We're just about to we're just wrapping
finish it up.
Yeah, Kyle, we're wrapping up. But before we wrap up, is there anything you'd like to add about the new Smash game or anything?
I don't know anything about it. I don't have a Switch, but when I do get a Switch, I'm gonna buy it.
Excellent review.
Are you gonna be buying the Party's Babies game on the Switch when it comes out?
Imagine Party Babies.
Oh my god.
I mean, hey, it's probably gonna have a higher IGN rating than the new Smash.
All right. So I'm just gonna put my final thoughts about Smash Brothers. If Elf is to return, fix his goddamn height.
God.
Elf
I knew you were gonna say that.
If Elf is to return, take him out first.
Take him out first.
Shrink him down a bit.
If Alpha is to return, reskin him to look like Louis.
I want him to look like Alf, like the puppet Elf from like the Elf show.
Oh my god.
Elf is too tall, man. Elf is too tall in Smash 4. He doesn't look right.
Just replace Arlo for Smash.
I love Smash. There we go.
It hurts me.
It hurts me.
We love you, Arlo.
Okay, no, real talk. I'd like to have Arlo on.
That'd be really cool if we could get Arlo on here.
I've been listening to more of his videos and stuff like that. And he's actually his content's alright. I'd also like to see if we can get like Roger's Base or Haydox. You know Haydox?
No.
No.
He has like that weird little chibi avatar like icon in the corner of every single.
Oh, I do know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. If you ever see the icon, you've probably seen him before. You may not watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's another cool one. Roger's Base is another cool one that would be really cool to have on. But yeah, hey, if anyone wants to go see them, go spam messages of them.
Yeah, tell them to join Pikcast. Another thing that Arlo does that's really cool is he makes he has an article in the Nintendo Force magazine, which I recommend everyone get. Yeah, he has his own article every month. It's a fan-run magazine that's made to be like Nintendo Power. You can buy it on Patreon. It's $5 an issue, and it's well worth it. The last issue came with like a papercraft Labo-themed toy that you could fold and make and stuff. It's a lot. It's a great magazine. Everything's well written. It's very nostalgic. It's very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then shall we wrap this up?
I guess so.
I mean, we talked Smash, kinda a little bit on E3, not really, just more Smash, and Grayfruit. You just want to do like a plug?
Yeah, so my Twitter's at @RealDonaldTrump. I'll go ahead and follow.
Oh my god. Hi, President.
Yeah, I know. I get that a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. The usual. Go watch my videos if you want some pain. Some free pain.
Oh boy, do I like pain.
Good stuff.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming.
Lots of fun.
Yeah, keep in touch. You should come on again sometime.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, you want to do the honors?
Yeah. All right. So, thank you everyone for joining us. And with that, captains dismissed.
Where's my moose?